The black soulstone's getting hotter, straining against me. They're whispering.
Someone's got to light those signals.
You heard the angel's command. Let the call sound forth. Bastion's keep shall not fall.
III-ROS 10.
We saw the signifier. We must light the rest, but the demons swarm around them.
No kidding. Look out! There must have wonderful treasure.
You filth!
You're a welcome sight, hero.
I had long hoped that the demonic Hellbearer was a fiction, a nightmare from the troubled minds of my ancestors. Just imagine. A demon taller than a castle tower who can retch up endless minions from the depths of the hells. Surely our people are doomed if such an abomination exists.
I hear you're the best there is. It's an honor to fight by your side.
more powerful. Feel my wrath!
Our champion is too powerful. Those bastards didn't stand a chance.
What unholy demon spawn is this? That would not be wise.
You're a welcome sight, hero.
What in the hells was that? We've seen the catapult.
I will raise the catapults and...
Thank the heavens you're here. Trouble is... Oh, what now?
More of the brutes from below, Captain. What do we do?
Kill them, I'd say. Private, if you need to be told which end of the sword goes where, you haven't been paying attention. Fight to your last breath, lads! The lift is moving again. Hold steady, lads. Reinforcements are on their way. Demons. Get ready, men. Victory!
Doubted this for a moment.
We're all going to die.
It's quite an enemy over there. We are in for a fight.
I'm still waiting.
Your fear betrays you!
You must be the one that lit the signal fires. Help me free the recruits so they can raise this catapult. Over here. Excellent. Let's protect the recruits while they raise the catapult.
Humans. The imbecile who slew my brother Belial now means to aid the keep's beleaguered soldiers. She brings a girl with her who could undo us all. But I am not Belial. He was weak and cowered behind his disguises. Of course they failed him. We will seize our victory through bloodshed.
Is raised. They'll regret never showing their ugly faces in Bastion's Keep.
Hey, what's up, Severin? How you doing, man?
Report that more of those wretched demon hellbound soldiers need to be protected. The platform will rise more quickly if we don't lose men.
I'm just playing a new character really for the first time, so it's kind of like playing a different game almost. I don't know. I watched the new Castlevania animation that's out, and it like sparked this, you know, resurgence of interest in Diablo 3 for me. As I kind of watched the cartoon and watched him, Nate, the protagonist in Castlevania, run around and fight vampires and zombies and Dracula and whatever else, I felt like I needed to do my part as well, so here I am.
The catapult is raised! We'll have them on the run in no time!
What's that? Hunt shut down? What kind of game is it?
Of course, make yourself.
Promise Captain Hell I'd watch my temper. Do me a favour, and don't mention that I shouted at you a little bit, alright?
Is it like first-person shooter? Is it from third-person perspective? Is it a real-time strategy game? Is it an arcade-style game? Horror co-op first-person shooter with person versus enemy and person versus person.
Then they must be.
Alright. I'm gonna have to check it out. Hey, what's up, Logan? Hey, Logan, this is Central al Internetu. He can introduce himself as otherwise if he wishes to, but
they're coming up from the depths. To arms! To arms!
hey, you're fine, Logan.
Survive that.
I have been fortunate enough to learn much of the barbarians' complicated history in my time. Yet the origins of these large, mighty warriors are hazy at best. Legend holds that they are the offspring of Bull Kathos, an ancient.
Yo, yeah. I've known Central Internetu for quite some time now, Logan. Like, he was watching my streams before I got put on probation for streaming with music. So I've known him for quite some time. He's a good guy. But, Severin, I'll have to check that out, though. That sounds pretty neat. I like a really adaptive opponent, and so anytime that there's PvP involved, it kind of enhances gameplay.
Where did these creatures even come from?
You won't survive that!
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll have to see if we can make that dream come true, man. You just have to be somebody that can show me that you're not going to get obsessed with the ability to ban people or overwhelm people in chat and things to that extent for really no apparent reason. But yeah, as my channel grows though, definitely I'll be in the market for moderators.
Full Kathos settled in the northern steppes, an area that is now known as the Dreadlands. Theirs was primarily a nomadic and tribal culture, though they had a few permanent settlements such as Cesseron and Herogus. A group of revered former warriors known as the Elder Council ruled the barbarians.
The best way to increase your chances of becoming a moderator, or just be somebody that's very communicative, be somebody that adds. Are you talking about my channel, Severin? I was just saying, somebody that can really add to the community and can recognize, you know, what the channel's about. It's a gathering place for people to kind of grow with each other, learn from each other, to pretty much communicate, you know, as to their joys in regards to gaming and anything else. I want it to be an international community. I want it to be a welcoming community where, you know, people aren't afraid to speak their mind, speak their thoughts, and to come up with ideas on their own. That's what I mean by ads. Oh, I know. In the last year and a half, I've uploaded like over 550 videos, and those videos like literally include a book's worth of short stories and poetry and whatever else, you know, gaming, parody videos, like everything. Like, I haven't messed around. You know, I've really put my heart and soul into coming up with some original creative ideas and some novel entertainment experiences for everybody. I've tried to really refine the experience not only for myself, but for everybody that's in the community.
Your fear betrays you.
I no longer am willing to do whatever it is to gain attention. Like, there was a moment after I kind of was pursuing this that it seemed as though the fact that you could gain attention for doing more and more outrageous things almost is a driving factor for outrageousness. But, you know, I like the quote by Napoleon Bonaparte where he says, quantity has a quality all its own. So if I can continually do above average things for an overwhelming amount of time, then eventually that in itself becomes something entirely unique and amazing. Alright, yeah, Logan. I know you are, man. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of an issue with it, like... Logan, the best way to increase your chances of becoming a moderator is to literally just not have be your intention or your focus. Just focus on you becoming and like developing your own character and personality within this realm here. And then as you do that more and more and more, your character will become something which will be literally a moderator. And so kind of don't have that be your focus. You're here to have fun and enjoy, you know, the experience and talk with other people. Right now, this man that's speaking is a person from another country. You know, you have the opportunity to kind of pick the brain, so to speak, of another individual across an ocean. You know, a barrier that not many people get to cross organically. And so you have the opportunity to do that. So I would just say, you know, focus on that aspect of being a part of this channel, and then eventually as you become a part of this channel, then you can become what it is that you want. But don't have your wants be the desire to move forward with what you truly should be seeking after. 150 people to be watching. See, Severin, the problem is that
I need to go back.
Those people, they market their streams, or they advertise their streams, and they'll pump in, like, let's say $1,000 per video through Google AdWords, and in doing so, they'll make $1,500. But to get to that point where you can just casually throw $1,000 into marketing, you kind of have to be already at some sort of height. And so it's just hard to get to that point where you can kind of reap the rewards of, I guess, pumping money into the system and getting money out of the system at the same time. And I'm not necessarily there yet. I'm extremely conservative. You know, I am very creative with how I live because I have to be. You know, I make money in a lot of different odd ways, but it's working. Yeah, what's that trick? No, Logan, you didn't decrease your chances, man. Just keep on being yourself, dude. I enjoy your company. No, you're fine, Logan. I enjoy your company, dude. I enjoy any time you join my stream. Just keep, you know, just keep joining and being a part of the community and the channel here as much as you want to be, man. What's this trick, Severin?
Treasure.
Yeah, like, I used to just bombard all of my social media accounts with, like, links to my stream. But I felt like it was taking over the potential for me to have my social media accounts be houses for other forms of creative content and for other forms of expressions of myself. And I felt like it was detracting away from the value of, you know, my image by having my image just being like a marketing machine. I didn't like it, so I kind of stopped marketing on my Twitter, on my Facebook, and on Instagram and Snapchat. Like, I used to take 5-10 minutes at the beginning of every stream and just, as soon as I got the link up from when I connected my capture software to the host address, I was pretty much spamming my gameplay link, but I don't do that anymore. But what was this this little trick on Twitch? And Logan, seriously, dude, don't worry about it, man. Just keep being, like, a very active part of the community, and you'll be well on your way to becoming what you want, you know? But I would just say, you know, just have fun. And, like, let that be, like, something that's a bonus to being a part of these, you know, people's lives that are involved in this experience here. Right now, I don't think that my channel's really, like, in need of another moderator. But if it does grow, and if you can continue to show the fact that, you know, you can be a trusted individual with potentially my livelihood,
awaits you.
Then yeah, I would have no problem with adding you as a moderator.
I could get accustomed to that.
Open up the stream in multiple tabs. So, like, literally, I'm just watching my stream, like, simultaneously in, like, a bunch of tabs.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know. I could try it right now. Oh, wow, dude. Oh, it doesn't work? Gotcha. Oh, nice. Well, thanks. I appreciate the sentiment. I'll say that. But you know, I did find out that I'm like in the top 2,000 of all YouTube channels. A while back though. I guess there's not even that many channels that have above like 10K subscribers, really. It might work if I was stubborn enough. Oh, yeah, I got you. Honestly, it might be worth it.
Feel my wrath.
I got you. So it might be a pointless waste of time if I spend the time to create 50 pseudo Gmail accounts. Black Feather. This cloak matches the description of the one worn by the hero in the popular children's tale, Yorgi and the Giants. Increases spike trap damage, and dodging or getting hit by a ranged attack automatically shoots a homing rocket back at the attacker for 673% weapon damage as physical. Yeah, I don't know. Like, to a certain extent, I'm not basing my value of this channel merely on the amount of money that it gives me or revenue, because in my mind, it's already become something of value in my life, because I've documented, you know, well over a year of my life on it. Really, I've tried to capture, you know, every single day and what that day has entailed and how I was feeling and what I was thinking, and to acknowledge the fact that, you know, all of these points along that line are just a part of the greater experience. And as soon as you look at the thing from the whole perspective of it, every single point along that line has value. And now the entire thing has a lot of value.
The largest of Asmodan's sin lieutenants, and he possesses no less than 4.
Empty it, your stone.
terrifying noises were coming from the armory, so Tyrael went to investigate. He said it...
A gift for me? Ah, good.
Maybe he's not watching anymore.
I am losing.
If I keep getting more and more people that want to be involved with the channel, though, I'm
The soul stone seems
The demons don't work.
gonna have to give all of you a Discord invite. I think Severin already has one.
Can you feel the...
Then I should...
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, maybe he's AFK. I don't know, Severin.
Thank the gods you're here.
So, for anybody who wondering what my plan is right now with this character, really everything's still pretty much wet clay at this point in time. I don't have any, No, you're fine. He's honestly been watching my channel more than anybody as of late. He's a big Super Mario fan. Especially Super Mario 2. Like 6 golden coins on the Game Boy. But anyway, so my plans with this character aren't set in stone at the moment. The only thing that I'm kind of gaining a synergetic effect off of is let's see here. It's this Hellcat Waistguard where it increases the grenades that I'm shooting. But other than that, that's the only thing that's kind of determining my gameplay style at the moment.
It looks like it's seen better days, though.
Though I have searched every corner of the great library of Chaldean, I can find no references to the true fate of the Blood Clan Khazra. Some crumbling papers hint that they made a pact to serve the mythical lesser evils. But surely such a thing cannot be considered proper scholarship. Can it?
Leave me. It is too late. Take this. I have no use for it anymore.
So I got my first donation the other day.
Look out! They've been circling far.
$2. But come to find out, it was just one of my friends trolling me. Every once in a while, some of my friends that I've grown up with like to create accounts and come and troll me on my channel live. Which, this one was a little counterintuitive because they're trying to troll me, but they're paying me, so it's like, eh. But, you know, after calling them out on it and figuring out who it was, you know, they kind of spilled the beans and they're like, yeah, I was just trying to really authenticate my channel to you by donating. And they always create accounts that have really like pretty girls as their profile pictures. And they get online and they start flirting with me like in chat. And I'm like always cautious online. I'm always cautious online. Because you never know. Sometimes people are serious and they're being genuine with you, and even though, you know, you might think that what somebody is doing is quite ridiculous, somewhere across the world, this is how somebody perceives reality, and, you know, they're going through troubles and trials and whatever, so you have to treat it like a real individual. But almost always, it's one of my friends trolling me and trying to create, like, some extreme reaction with me live online. No donation, no salvation. Maybe I'll title that as my next stream title. No donation, no salvation. And I'll be playing this game. A little bit of damnation involved. A little bit of salvation involved. With the potential for donation to be involved as well. So, I've been trying to register for school lately. And the reason I say trying and not actually, you know, being confident enough to say I'm registered for school is because I'm transferring schools right now from Southern Utah University to Utah State University. And I have 131 credits towards a biology degree. And I'm going through some rough patches getting courses to transfer between the educational facilities. For example, Utah State isn't accepting my my physics. They're accepting my calculus, but they're not accepting my physics class. And I'm like, this is a little contradictory here. It's like making me take pre-calculus over again. Come on, guys. Like, you're gonna extend my stay here at this university, you know, by another very taxing course. Physics is a taxing course, I would say. You know, it's not something that I would like to stack on with all the other courses that I legitimately feel like I need to do. You're registered? Yeah, we start the 27th here. Also, they're not accepting my microbiology class. So my physics, my microbiology, even though they're accepting the credits, they're transferring the credits, but they're not accepting them as actually fulfilling the required courses. So ridiculous. What else? Oh, physiology. So I've taken anatomy and physiology literally twice now. I have passed with flying colors both times. But you know, it's the same thing. Where like a SUU, microbiology, is like a 2100 course, and here it's like a 3300 course. And so they're saying that it doesn't transfer over. They're saying it's not comparable with the level of their course here at this university. And by them doing that, they're adding on, you know, like a year and a half. So, I'm dealing with all that right now. You had to do an English test? Oh yeah, dude. You're in the advanced group for sure. Yeah. Like, there's no questioning that, man. You're definitely in the advanced English group. Like, that is for sure. You speak English better than a lot of English people I know. One of your parents was an English teacher, right? If I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah? We'll have to test it out. I haven't played HOTS in so long. You're, FTTH. What are you referring to? What's that an acronym for? Just family in the United States? Really? Wow. That's the only influence you've had? Yeah, man, your English is really good. Fiber network? Yeah, that's what I have right now. I just got mine upgraded as well.
I do not need my siege weapons to slay you. You stand in the middle of the army of hell. It will crush you.
I can tell that he's lying. Mostly.
Why am I still alive? Scores of
Holy
your troops have perished by my hand, and now you're next.
That's pretty good, man. That's really good. I'm like at 100 megabits per second.
Then we should fight together.
It's bytes. It's bytes. Bytes bit. If I had the money, I'd go faster even. That's funny. It's like faster than your computer can even process speed. Yeah, like, they literally have capped my speed at 100 megabytes per second. Yeah, dude, that is cheap. That is dirt cheap. Because you're getting faster connection speeds than me right now with that. And I'm splitting the cost, though, between 6 people. I live in a home with 6 people.
You won't survive that.
And if I could convince all of them to pay a little bit more for unlimited, where they don't cap our speed at all. We have unlimited data usage, but our speeds are capped. It's kind of really disheartening. All the internet companies, at least in the area where I live, are really outrageous and disingenuous, and they're trying to take money from you at every single corner. You know, as soon as you think you're on a straightaway, all of a sudden you come to another turn, and it's like you have to sit there and reconfigure your life's choices and how you're gonna pay for this extra fee to be able to use the services that you want. Yeah, we don't even have cable. We just literally stream everything that we want from the internet because it's too much in the area, at least for a bunch of college kids. And kind of everything that everybody watches here anyways is just, you know, on the internet. It's not through like major network television.
We stand victorious.
Netflix or HBO Go. Huh.
That was just a taste.
Yeah, most people around the area where I live, at least my age, don't subscribe to network television anymore. They literally just get internet and then they utilize pathways through the internet to get to their entertainment. I got you, man. Gotta please Kate. That's definitely on the top of the priority list, my friend. "20 minutes? What the heck?" Yeah, there's nothing like that that goes on here. Yeah, that's terrible. That's like an entire program.
want more?
I definitely wouldn't subscribe to it if that was one of the conditions. It's like, how can you allocate time for that in your life?
The beast has fallen.
The siege breaker is a
I come with urgent news. Leah,
I know it.
Then I must.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, most people around here, if they do get network television, they definitely pay for the option to literally
one of my plates.
She's troubled.
skip all advertising.
Maiden of lust, I have need of your ample services. Drag yourself out of whatever corner of the burning hells you lounge in, and bring your daughters with you. Be wary. The enemy has proven to be both cunning and strong. But the mortals have always been easy prey for you, have they not?
Need more time.
Vengeance!
Oh, I'm gonna lose one of them. It's separated. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, no, the cooking guy is still gone, man. I have totally different roommates now. If any of them were near me, as to my awareness, then I'd invite them on over to introduce themselves. The only one that's still here that you might have met is my brother, who's living with me right now.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah, we might actually have a get-together, like, next week sometime. We might have, like, a barbecue at their apartment or something.
These poor things.
If he was watching, he'd be trolling me right now. He'd be on there as a woman in disguise trying to seduce me to get me to do something stupid on camera. Because he was one of the kids that did that. So if you're ever in stream and you start seeing like a girl that has like a newer profile or something like that, it's probably him, dude.
I once met a raving drunk who claimed he had wrestled with a succubus, a demonic creature that possesses the form and face of a beautiful woman. He said she cursed him and tore out the heart of his friend before he made a narrow escape. Really, young men are given to such exaggeration these days.
The Euphoric scrolls describe hulking phase beasts as
I'll let him know though.
Made flesh. As Modan granted them,
I'll let him know that you remember.
My pack is full.
In and out of sight at will.
I'll message him. He'll probably like that.
The Lord of Sin only looses the phase beasts against uncommonly clever enemies who cannot be bested with tooth and claw.
Yeah, no. He tried to troll me. Oh, I got you. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, dude, I've been attacked by some succubi for sure. You're right. That is funny. What a coincidence, right? Yes, please. Yeah, a demon disguised as a beautiful woman. It's definitely what he was doing, man. But nah, they're all having good fun, and honestly, it kind of creates more value in the stream. Because it kind of gives, like, an alternative, like, experience of entertainment going on simultaneous with the gameplay. So honestly, even when I knew that that was them, I just played along with it because I was like, yeah, you guys can have your fun, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, as long as you guys aren't, like, destroying the channel through, like, controversial chat with other people that I'm trying to actually form a connection with, then you guys are fine. You guys can sit here and try and troll me all you like, because it's like funny for anybody watching.
I feast on that.
So even when I knew that was them doing it, I just said, alright guys, have fun.
No, I will not do that.
But then for a while I like never knew if somebody I was speaking with was actually genuine. I was always like, are they just playing another character? Like, you know, not even necessarily like trying to be a woman flirting with me, but sometimes people come on and they talk to you, you know, about like serious issues and problems they're having in their life. And sometimes some of them seem ridiculous. And just like with the, you know, them playing a girl, I have to treat it as a genuine experience. You know, even if I have like some sense of suspicion that it is just somebody I know trolling me. I can't treat it like that because in some cases it genuinely has been actual people.
I've seen men's throats slit and children starve in dens of pestilence and filth, but I've never seen anything like this.
Your presence.
Where's that goblin at? I heard him. I heard him laugh. Less than a laugh, it was more so like an expression of glee. He must have been off to the right. Hey, what's Halloween like in Poland? Just out of curiosity. I know that I kind of really missed the segue into talking about Halloween, but I mean, the ambiance of the game is a little bit Halloweenish in character, and I just can't help but feel like summer is coming to an abrupt end here very soon. And, you know, as that's running through my mind, I'm kind of going over all the holidays ingrained with the seasons. So you have no costumes, and you visit graveyards? Do you just like lots of candles and lamps? Huh. We have a day where everybody visits graveyards in the US, but it's called Memorial Day. Halloween's all about getting dark in the United States in an attempt to find some feeling within the darkness that's about to envelop, you know, your surroundings as everything dies and turns black and white. And it's as if nuclear snow is raining down from above. Huh. So it's just like candles? Do you like leave anything else at the graveyards? Candles and lamps. I know Mexico has Day of the Dead, where they kind of do something similar to that. not anything else. Huh. Yeah, Halloween kind of becomes a bummer as you get older. Unless you can kind of, you know, reinvigorate your spirit of it by either throwing a party with your friends because no longer are you trick-or-treating. It can be kind of fun if you make it fun for your community. By, like, you know, going all out in your decorations and your items that you hand out. But in the areas that I live in, it's like I don't ever really get that many trick-or-treaters, and so it's kind of worthless to invest a lot of time into it. Okay, I gotcha. So it definitely has like a feeling to it. That's cool. Alright. Yeah, it sounds like a totally different holiday though. At least for me.
So
yeah, nobody goes to graveyards in the United States on Halloween unless they're like going there to like try and envelop some dark experience with the undead or whatever, you know, to try and scare themselves. Nobody really goes there to pay respects and honor the dead. People do that in the United States. It's just on a different holiday. It's called Memorial Day. It's like a spring holiday.
not ready yet.
Do you want more?
I'm really fascinated with the way in which different cultures celebrate holidays, and I think even religious ceremony has a lot of this connection to the seasons and to the environment that we see, you know, during these different times to create an experience with our surroundings. Huh, interesting. So when people try and be sweet, they're received in a salty manner.
That was just a taste.
You know, for example, like, we talk about Easter and we talk about all these other times, and I think a lot of them are incentivized by the fact that the world is, you know, coming to life. So the holiday is in essence a representation of the feeling of the world around them, you know? And it's the people expressing this tone which kind of converges with the world's tone. Yeah, probably. Because like I said, no matter how ridiculous you think something is, you know, somewhere around the world, it's probably a serious thought or action or idea, you know, or whatever. And so I have to do my best to treat it that way and kind of patronize everybody. And so, yeah, you probably could have gotten away with something. And then later on, I would have came across somebody and they're like, yeah, I'm from Poland, I'm visiting, and I'm talking to them about what they do on Halloween, and they're like, no, buddy. You are very wrong. I'm a fan of people being themselves. If who you are is somebody which is very mischievous to a certain extent, and you get pleasure out of that, then who am I to tell you not to be yourself? Yes? Oh, gotta love it. Telemarketers! What's telemarketing like in Poland, speaking of telemarketers? People calling you to try and sell you goods.
You're getting too good at this.
Vengeance!
What do you mean Easter looks classic? Sorry if I'm bombarding you with like a very unresponsible amount of questions at once. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you know, from the time in which I respond to when I see your response, there's a space. And so I just need to do a little bit of a better job at waiting between my inquisitions. Alright, so the telemarketers are annoying. And you have 3 main rituals for Easter. Alright, I'm listening. Okay.
That opponent there must have wonderful treasure.
Feel my wrath. I can't carry any more. I am returning to town.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, I got you. Nice, nice, nice little touch of vodka. Okay. All right. I'm probably gonna butcher this. I don't know. Sweet Conka?
Feel my wrath.
Alright. Split it with your fam. Sounds fun.
I do.
Okay. All right. Have you ever seen somebody try and get something blessed by the priest, and he looks at what's in the basket and they don't bless it? They're like, I'm not blessing this.
Need more time. Your fear betrays you.
Two to 3 day feast. Sounds good, man. Oh, okay, gotcha. So he doesn't even know, okay. You just gotta get your family to agree with it. That's who you gotta convince. You gotta get their blessing. And then indirectly that's gaining the priest's blessing, you know what I mean? Because if you're honorable enough to go there and, you know, participate in that in the first place, you're probably not going to be putting anything in there anyways that they wouldn't bless. If you've survived the seasons that long without harm or incident. You do have the Easter Bunny then?
My mind is my own again. To pay for my freedom,
Okay.
I have only my own flesh and blood.
Yeah, that's pretty much all that we do in the US. We have the Easter Bunny, and a lot of people, you know, associate it with religious overtones, like the resurrection and stuff like that. But mainly people just eat in the US. Like some churches will have like an Easter like, what would it be called? A semblance.
I'll have to pay attention.
And then we just hide eggs and color eggs and go and hide toys in the eggs and whatever else. Have a dinner with your family. Your family developed a sport? Alright, I gotta hear this, man. The Way of the Cross? I'm not sure if that's like, I'm not sure what that is. It almost sounds Catholic. Just, you know, like through the sounding of it.
Oh, yes.
It's a symbolic root. Alright, I'm listening.
Why are you trying to hurt me? This is unacceptable. Shh. I eat. No!
Though Asmodan is close to all of his lieutenants, Sidea is his special favorite. The Maiden of Lust is both beautiful and grotesque in appearance, with the torso of a woman and the legs of a spider. Her voice is said to be as smooth as honey, but she only speaks words of death.
Take it. The one that cracks first on both sides loses.
There's no turning back.
That's always good, man, to be surrounded with people that are able to create enjoyment out of places that other people would have no idea to even look.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah?
Not ready yet.
Alright, sounds fun. Yeah. Back to the Jesus thing. I kind of think that, you know, intertwined within the story is the fact that the world, you know, due to its positioning in regards to the sunlight rebirthing the earth with its warmth and light, I think there's a lot of symbology and underlying metaphor and meaning behind the stories that we hear and the surroundings. And I think, you know, that's why the story is the way it is, because the earth is kind of coming back to life. The plants are starting to grow.
Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. Enough! The dark power of arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast. You are no match for the Lord of Sin.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone.
Interesting. You've been praying, Logan? Praying about what, man?
I need to go back.
An incredible victory.
Where are agents?
They are all in the...
Azmodan is dead! How in hell did we live to see this?
I think this is like Cinder Coat. Yeah, got it. You've been praying for the moderator thing? It's funny. Station 9, Jesus drops for the 3rd time. Alright guys, Diablo's about to be rebirthed here.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
Alright, Act 4. Yeah, Logan. The way you can help me out the most right now, dude, let's just have a casual conversation, you know what I mean? If that conversation wants to be about being the moderator, then you're welcome to do that as well.
You cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed. The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
Well, someone's not happy to see us.
The Diamond Gates has
Don't let
long
him.
ago,
No.
but you don't.
What is that?
Okay, so people go from station to station. There's 14 stations. The first one is... him being sentenced, and the last one is the grave.
passes, the shades will devour your soul.
I'm still waiting.
You believe you can defeat me? Every moment, Titan. Ragnar, you will find.
The ancient texts describe the terror demons as unconquerable foes, the dreams of Diablo made flesh. They appear in shadow to torment their victims, and then, in shadow, they vanish. The mere sight of one drove a Herodman to madness.
I am ethereal.
Then I will free her. That should restore the faith of your brethren.
Yeah, that's... Oh man, I didn't realize that's what you meant by...
I have seen many warriors in my day. Only a scant few of them could face the might of an oppressor. This monster towers over the tallest barbarians and wields weapons crafted from hell-forged steel. They were last seen with Baal during his resurgence and left legions of dead men in their wake. Though the subjugators have always been powerful demon sorcerers, they constantly sought to increase their standing in the bloodthirsty realms of hell. To this end, they imprisoned a score of massive Armadon, torturing and flaying them until the hell beasts would bear subjugators as riders. Together, the Mount and its master are nearly invincible.
Spirit is free now. May he be at peace.
Yeah, Logan. If you have Discord, I'll add you to my Discord channel. I'll send you an invite. Because Central's a part of it.
In the beginning, Rakanoth served and...
Thank you. We must make our own.
I must say, I've never met a woman quite like her.
Diablo.
Are you talking to me, Central? About the job?
Corruption, eh? That shouldn't be hard to find around here.
Darkness awaits you!
Yeah, I've been selling things on Facebook lately. Like, my family. I'm kind of like the guy that gets rid of all their junk. So I'm providing a service, so I don't feel about getting paid to do it. Because I've been able to help them move a lot of material that they wouldn't have been able to do by themselves, because I've, you know, managed to learn a lot about how to market things online. So I've been selling stuff online, mostly on Facebook. It's kind of an unreliable way to make money because sometimes I'm sitting on a product for 4 months before it sells.
They didn't end up finding those keys.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so we had to drive back with Dad and right now Dad and Mom are on their way back up there. They're in Malad right now. No, it's not.
Well, it wasn't in our car.
I know, it's like, hold on, we looked.
Are you sure it just wasn't in like some of their clothes in like one of their suitcases?
They never found it. Really? Yeah. Seems like a lot. Yeah.
Look at all the gold. Only I had something to pry it off.
What happened to the silk and nail?
Bro, anime, man, you're missing out. Don't worry, I'm watching one anime.
Hey, if you guys want to come say hello, there's some of like my veteran viewers that want to meet my new roommates. Christian?
Can't see my hand.
Christian just said you can't see my hand. That's his voice. Yeah. Weston knows what I'm talking about.
There has been much debate among the Horodrim regarding the shadow vermin. Some scholars believe that these wraith-like foes are formed from concentrated demonic energy, while others believe they are the souls of humans corrupted by Diablo. They glide through the darkness as easily as water, ready to smother their unwary prey.
Pay attention.
Yeah, it's a new roommate. Rogar's Huge Stone, Legendary Ring. Increase your life per second by up to 83% based on your missing life. That's neat. The history of the large azure gem set in this ring is unknown. Some scholars surmise it was crafted by the ancient Nephilim using techniques now lost, while others believe it was fashioned from the crystallized blood of Anu himself. Regardless of its origin, the gem acts as a lodestone for arcane power, drawing it in and then focuses it through its facets to heal the ring's wearer. What?
I'm gonna hang out with a buddy.
Alright, no problem.
So I'll be back.
Alright, later, dude.
Okay, let's see you later, man. Where are you going? Where am I going? Is that already? Oh, I thought it started at 8. I know that I'm ready, get prepped. I promised Brock I'd cook.
What's your question?
Oh man, like this is legit dinner. It's like an actual, like they got a lot of food. Really? Look, what is this? Give me any more details about this whole thing. Thanks for the barbecue. Where at?
He's gone, but I can certainly relay any question to him that you'd like me to.
Canvas, like the whole block. Like not just members, like the whole. That's not a free block.
He's just like in the other room.
Sounds good.
I think they're about to leave too, so. Hey Christian! Yo West! I think they just both left. I literally just heard the door like open and close. I think they're gone. I mean, he had a Taco Tuesday party the other day, and it was pretty good. He invited me to it, but it would have been pretty hard not to invite me to it. Because I'm living here, you know. But he made some tacos, and they're pretty good. Yo, Christian.
Yeah, bro?
They're asking if you can cook.
Can I cook? Yeah, that's how I get the babes.
Alright, he says that's how he gets the babes if you guys didn't hear him.
Sweet revenge.
The Morlu were once men, great warriors of old, but each of them had darkness within his soul, and Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, used this flaw to trick them into his service. Mephisto...
I draw closer to victory, Nephilim. The Angelus Council is comprised of the 5 archangels
Yeah.
who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all
Who knows, maybe he'll feature some of his cuisine on the channel, as it were.
Justice.
We'll see if I'm streaming during the time in which he has something presentable to show. We'll see if, you know, the universe aligns itself just right to allow there being such an event.
The hell rifts off.
The hell rifts are closed, but it is
So I would change this belt, but the belt I have equipped right now is just decimating.
Yes, my friend. But we must finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day. Yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
Oh, you still have much to discover, my friend.
Yeah, that would have been a nice response. I'm pretty sure he's gone now.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight.
Diablo III.
This is concerning.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil?
Diablo is climbing the spire to the Crystal Arch. We must...
How could you convince my own cousin to kill me? Insane. But you made him cut me down.
Almost there, ladies and gentlemen.
The demon's corruption no longer holds your spirits, angels.
I'm gonna be cooking something here in a little bit. After I finish this act, I'm gonna go make some more food. I made a cooking video like 5 or 6 videos ago. But honestly, it's one that I don't think you should watch. If you're gonna watch it, you should watch it for like the poetry that I recite at the end. But the cooking aspect of the video that I uploaded is just troll.
I've become more formidable.
The Mallet Lords are brutal overseers, second only to the 7 evils themselves. The Mallet demons rule the seething outer reaches of the hells that surround the central realms and have long refused to join any.
I know that sometimes he like simultaneously is like playing a game while watching my channel, so he might be doing that right now.
Nothing ever came to pass.
That was just a taste.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think that you are like pretty much in agreement with the rest of the world. It's just some way for me to express like what I'm feeling more than anything. It's almost like therapeutic for me to like go somewhere and like sit down and like try to creatively like paint a picture about what I'm feeling at that moment.
I knew Inarius long ago, when he was still among the angels. But he grew weary of battling the demons after a time.
Yeah, I know pretty much most of my friends, dude, they despise my stuff. Like, that's no joke. Like, they don't want to take the time to hear it. They're just like, ah, dude, just, can we just like do something other than this?
The angel Iswal was once Tyrion's lieutenant, but he was captured by the enemy after an ill-advised assault upon the Hellforge. Iswal surrendered to demonic corruption and revealed the secrets of the Soul Stones to the Prime Angels. Tyrion claimed that Iswal...
I might try and get a book published if I can ever build up enough of a warehouse of funds to hire somebody to illustrate like some short stories that I have and stuff like that. It just costs a lot of money.
Wise
Hey man, I'm not gonna tell you what poetry is. If that's poetry for you, then let it be.
The enslaved nightmares stand as testament that there will never be peace between men and demons.
It's like one of my
who attempt to master the dark arts and summon demons with their...
One of my favorite like sayings is by Shakespeare, and in one of his plays, one of the lines is, "For there is nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so." You know, through rationalization, pretty much anything can be made to fit anything. Yeah, you should put that like as your broadcast on any games that allow you to broadcast a message on the server. You should write that line of poetry on there for everybody's benefit.
I will not do that.
Do you want more?
Not enough discipline. I'm overburdened.
I am returning to town.
I was thinking about trying to submit some of mine to like get paid, but that just costs money. I have to pay for submission, possibly. I have to create accounts on different sites. Just a lot of work. Hey man, whatever keeps you afloat, dog. I kind of feel that like crazy and other negative categorizations of personalities or behaviors has more so to do with our conditioned mindset than it really does in regards to the definition as to negative or any other socially conditioned idea. That being said, I will say no comment in regards to your sense of humor at this moment.
Your fear betrays you.
But I did laugh, so there's an indication as to how I feel about it. Oh no.
I remember angels riding through these halls in all their majesty. We thought ourselves the masters of all creation. Our arrogance was our downfall.
Us King. hewn from the roots of the sacred Angaza tree. Alrighty.
Exception.
I'm probably a very difficult person for somebody who speaks English as a second language, because a lot of people who speak English as their first language have a difficult time communicating with me.
The angel spirit is healed now. May he be at peace.
After he gained a following, Inarius stole the sacred world stone and used it to create and conceal a world he called Sanctuary. Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Inarius and Lilith, died. Many of these unions resulted in children. They were
Yeah, I think you're right on that. So much of how people communicate nowadays, I feel like, is hidden behind euphemisms, which really don't change what it is that's being traded or exchanged, but it, like, changes the wrapping paper, you know? And since it's wrapped up in this nice box or whatever, people are like, oh yeah, it's acceptable.
The gate has been opened. It was an honor.
Suits me.
Yeah, I agree with you. Alright, here we go. We got Diablo. Fresh on our heels.
Enough. Only by defeating us.
Not ready yet.
Feel your death approaching.
No, not really.
You have ever loved shall die along with you.
Oh yeah, I bet, dude. That's pretty late or early, however you want to look at it. You're like right in that intermediary zone where it's like people might be legitimately getting up, you know, like 4 or 5 sometimes. So you're like right on the brink of either calling it extremely late or extremely early.
The day is
as long as the
time.
But people will also be staying up that late sometimes, you know, so you can't call it like early morning or late night. It's like right there in that gray area. Alright, as soon as we get into town here, I'm gonna go and fuel up on some food.
People are suffering down there. I have to act now.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthea.
Tell Tyrael to meet me in Westmont.
It will be done. I swear it.
going to die!
Yeah, dude, running around
He's coming to kill us all!
screaming stuff like that, it's gonna get an arrow! Here you, boy.
The gates.
Though this Reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater threat. With a single
You
thrust,
usually get up
it
at
can
6:20?
open a man from waist.
Yeah. That's pretty early. That's like, if you're like somebody who has responsibilities, I feel like around 6 o'clock is like the average time in which those individuals get up.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets.
We're at the streets of West March. So,
Keep moving. I think we lost.
your day is just like a pretty decent work day. What it sounds like. That sounds like the typical work day here as well.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness.
Except for when I'm working for my dad, it's like 6 in the morning till 11 at night. It's ridiculous. But that's not working for the government or anything, that's working for family, so there's definitely some pros and cons to that.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
I could get accustomed to that.
Ah, we found you.
That's not typical in Poland? Really? Yeah, that's kind of typical for here in the United States. Like, people are usually up at 6, get home around 5.
The church! Over!
Huh.
Akarat's Bane! This is worse than I...
What is that thing?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Never long. Your soul will be mine.
We must do everything.
I will not stand.
I know
Is there any?
there may-
Do what you can.
I can't do that here.
What was that death?
She was so...
Until I destroy them. Then he will have none.
12-hour shifts? Wow, dude. That's quite the shift. Euphoric's Signet. Before I read this item description, I feel like so many companies nowadays, they just treat employees like, you know, something that they can just dispose of and then dispense when they need to, or like resupply themselves on. It's something that is dispensing like its physical energy at their place of work, and then eventually when they're totally worked to death, they just let them go because they can no longer perform, you know, either physically or mentally. And way too many places do that nowadays. But Leoric's signet. King Leoric had hoped to pass along the symbol of his family's noble lineage to his first son before they met an unfortunate fate. Health globes, empty sockets.
Yes.
But I'm gonna salvage all the goods here that I'm not gonna use real quick, and then I'm gonna log off and go and fuel up on some food. Sometimes companies treat people like statistics numbers. Yeah, exactly. It's a problem everywhere. I don't think that it's just a problem here or where you are. I think it's a problem all over the world right now. People like have this alternate sense of reality when they're looking at numbers, but really physically all that we really need to be more so attuned into is what's around us that we can see, you know, with our own two eyes without having to use manipulating devices to like perceive vast distances. We're too focused on all of that, and in so doing, you know, we need to focus more so on our physical surroundings and then affect those vast distances by affecting our immediate awareness of what's going on around us. And then in essence we change those vast distances, but we lose sight of where we are in light of where we, you know, think we are, by thinking that what exists is like what's looking through the telescope. But we need to do a better job at kind of creating that distance rather than thinking that distance is there and you know, not being as personable. But all right, Severin, it's been real, man. Logan, if you're still here just listening, then ciao, adieu. I bid you farewell, my good friend.